After the death of a Tuscaloosa DCH employee outside the hospital last month, another case, decades old, comes back to light. 46 years ago, a nurse at a Jasper hospital was killed as she left work for the day. Tonight, her sons are hoping that by telling her story once again, they'll keep her memory alive and find answers. Here's ABC 3340 Sarah Snyder with Unsolved Alabama.
It's been nearly 5 decades.
I remember when I was a kid, we would lay in bed and she taught me to read.
After all that time, for Robert and Chris Connor, the memories of their mom never fade.
She was everything you would want in a mother. I can remember baking cookies. I can remember our Christmas with her. She was hardworking, always hardworking. She would take us up to the hospital with her from time to time, and there was a window in the pharmacy. And she would sit us in that window, and we would sit there and color while she worked. She never wanted to be away from us.
Just 9 and 6 years old, they'd lived through a divorce and moves between Alabama and Texas when a family member gave them the news that shook their world again.
I remember crying. I remember being upset and extremely confused by it.
I can still remember her screaming at the phone, saying, "What have they done to her? What have they done to her?" And about 10 minutes later, my Aunt Bonnie and Aunt Patty showed up and took us to the back room and told us that Mom had been killed.
28-year-old Paula McLemore Connor worked as a nurse at the People's Hospital in Jasper, now the site of the Civic Center. January 18th, 1980, after she finished her shift as a nurse, she walked out the door, got in her truck to leave for the day, and before she left the parking lot, her vehicle exploded, taking her life.
From the newspaper articles and everything that we pieced together, that it was a plastic type explosive that was placed behind the steering column, behind the firewall, and that it went off when she was pulling out of the parking lot and activated her turn signal. And it caught her as she was pulling out onto the street.
In nearly half a century, no arrests and no answers for two brothers who still desperately want justice for their mom.
This many years later, it's been 46 years since this happened to your mom. What is your hope for this case?
In a lot of ways, just that the people responsible would be brought to justice around it. You know, I mean, I see so much in the world that's wrong because people are never held accountable.
I hope that somebody sees this and it weighs on their heart and they bring something forward. The littlest things at this point can hopefully bring this off dead center and get things moving again. And that's my hope. Is we can't change the past, but Mom does deserve some justice.
Sarah Snyder, ABC 3340 News.